Feeling good, yeah.
Feeling good so far.
Awesome. First one's for you, Ryan. A lot of directors' first features can be pretty hard to get off the ground. Were there any difficulties you ran into getting this movie made?
Oh yeah, a lot. yeah, there was a lot. But this project, it took over the whole span of it was about 4.5 to 5 years in the making, and every step of the way there was challenges that presented themselves. But what was so interesting about it is every time that there was a challenge, I think that it ultimately worked into our benefit. And the way I try and look at things is always try and find the positive in each set of circumstances. So in every case where there might have been a pitfall, I always try to find a way to make that to our advantage. And I think we were able to build an amazing team of people, and I think through the process, I only wanted to work with people that really tapped into what the movie was about and were just as passionate about it as I was. And I think that's really the only reason why we were able to make this movie, is because everybody, every crew member, every actor, every producer believed in this film and brought their heart to it. And that's why it was made. I strongly believe that. So.
Well, it's amazing that you got your first feature into so many festivals. That's a great honor.
Yeah.
And I know that you're no stranger to festivals. You were in Party Monster, which ran the festival circuit. How important do you think it is for films, especially ones like yours, to take the festival circuit?
I think it's very important. I think that the film festivals are a great place because they're generally very warm and welcoming, and they honor filmmakers, and they honor the struggle that filmmakers go to make their films. And so for us, it's been a really great time. I mean, we've actually only been to Sundance. This is our second film festival, but we've been very welcomed in both. And it also offers a great platform for your movie to be seen by people who love movies. So.
Yeah, no, I think that's the perks of actually being able to do a festival route, because again, like you said, you get to be appreciated by the film lovers, and people who are really truly here to see films, as well as people that are so innovative that create films, that produce films that in other circumstances wouldn't really have a platform to be seen. And these festivals really honor those great filmmakers that take those chances, and it's really exciting to be among all these people. And obviously the Dallas Film Festival is a great one to be at. It's really well put together. It's amazing, and the coverage is great. I mean, you could really talk about what you're trying to say with your movie, and that's exciting for us, because what we have in this film is a very important message that is presented, with a number of characters that are definitely compelling and easy to relate to, and it becomes a really eventful journey. So for us, it's an exciting platform to be able to talk about what we did.
Well, Wilmer, you're known for doing both comedic and dramatic roles. You've done both in many movies. Party Monster was very dramatic, and then of course in that 70s show, more comedic. Which do you kind of prefer? Do you like to mix it up? And
between drama and comedy, again, systematically is different in the sense that it's rhythmically is all different, and the formats are different and things like that. But I really found, it started with Party Monster, and then it followed with with Fast Food Nation, and that I knew that there was an organic extension to my career, where I could really be responsible with the roles I took, that I could somehow talk about some serious things with the choices I made. And for me, that was exciting, So for me, I'm having a really great time actually capturing some of these, these characters, and trying to figure out a way that I can say something with them. And that's why, I take my time, and I go underground for a little while, and I try to figure out what's the next character I want to take, what's the next movie I want to be in, and I try to take as many chances as possible, and I take chances that are often scary to others, but I that's what I love to do, and I've been really fortunate to encounter amazing people like Randy and Randy Barbados and Phantom Bailey and Richard Linklater and Ryan Piers Williams now. They're taking chances with me, and directors that understand what I'm trying to do, as they also understand what what I'm about, and as I also understand, what they want to say. And it's been a great dynamic that is built between some of these filmmakers, and Ryan and I have made this awesome team, and we cannot wait to actually do another film together.
Yeah, I know. We're
trying to figure out what that next thing is gonna be, but it's exciting for me because that's what filmmaking is. It's about to find the right team to go on that mission and tell the right story, and hopefully mission's accomplished and everyone comes out of that theater entertained and with something to think about.
Ryan, you're Texan, so you can probably vouch that Texans are known for having larger than life personalities.
Sure.
I think it's the everything's bigger in Texas mentality.
Yeah.
Were there, for you, Wilmer, were there any difficulties in portraying a Texan that you ran into, and also how important was it that the film take place in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he actually doesn't really portray a Texan, but
But
you live in Texas.
But I live in Texas, and I think the challenge was, how do we create the true dynamic between James and Raymond? And that was really kind of that was the challenge. The challenge is to figure out, how do we create a dynamic that could welcome us, or at the very least usher us into the story. And in the journey that our main character James is going through, and give him a different point of view. I mean, obviously we had two different characters. Obviously, Ryan Onan, who you'll get to know, and up and coming actor, who's an amazing actor who does an incredible job in this movie. You'll notice that he copes with his situation with post-traumatic stress in a very literal way, in a very emotional way. He really is going through the emotions, And then when you get to meet my character, and they both finally join forces to try to find the truth of what happened, you understand that these are two different people dealing with the exact same situation, and it gives you that overview and that big picture perspective that you need to understand, that a lot of our soldiers are coping with these things in many, many different ways, and that we need to be aware of that. But it made it a very exciting thing for Ryan Onan and me to play off each other, because one coped it with dealing with the emotions, and the other one coped with it by not dealing with it. And it was a great perspective to just kind of tell everybody out there, no matter how much they tell you they're fine, if you dig a little deeper, you can find something else in there. You can find really truly what someone needs.
Yeah, and to go back to your Texas question, I mean, Texas was it was so important for everybody in the film that was in Texas, for me to have an authentic Texas accent and to really take on characteristics of Texans. And, Wilmer's character lives in El Paso, and so there's some particular aspects of his character that he brought to the table based on knowing what people are like in El Paso. And, there's the family, James's family and him live in West Texas, and so I had each of them speak with somebody and study a dialect from somebody who actually lived in West Texas. And so it was very important for me to get those details right, because being from Texas, and when I see a Texan in a film that doesn't really nail it, there's really, it becomes a spoof, and it
takes you out.
It takes you out of it, especially if you really know it, and so that was a huge priority for me. And I have to say that everyone really nailed it, which was really exciting to watch.
Ryan, you also wrote the film.
Yeah.
Where exactly did the idea come from?
Well, let's see. About 5 years ago, I started reading articles about men and women coming back from the war, and there was this one article that I read about a man who had been basically a hero and who had come home, and his whole life just fell apart, and he wasn't taken care of in the system, and he had PTSD, and I just saw that as like the ultimate tragedy for somebody who had fought for our country and was so misunderstood and didn't know how to find the resources on the home front. And what I wanted to do was find a way to tell a story that really humanized the soldier and really took you on a journey with this character through his darkest hours, and show how even through that he's still human. He still has real issues, real relationships, and real people in his life that care about him. But also to show that there's hope. As dark as the story may get, that there's always hope at the end of any situation.